Welcome back. From Instagram to TikTok, the world of influencers has taken social media by storm, obviously, over the last decade. And there are no signs of it slowing down anytime soon.
No, sir. Not only have humans found success within the online platforms, even our pets are getting in on the action. Joining us this morning with tips on how to get started on your own influencer journey is personal branding expert Jess Ponce. Hello, my
Jess.
darling.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
We're good, but we want the information here.
We have so many questions. So the biggest question right out the gates, how much does an influencer really make?
Well, we have one dog
Good luck.
making, millions of dollars. Right. And, it varies because it's not just them, being online and getting paid per post. It has to do with merchandise. It has to do with public appearances. And in certain instances, even TV appearances. So, influencers make a varied amount of money. And we have the celebrities making millions, but you also have people who are doing this part-time, who are making hundreds of dollars.
Right.
Now, it really depends on how you approach this. And if you approach this as a business and you go in it full-time, then you have the potential to make a ton of money.
Okay, so give us an example of some tips to take it to that next level. What would you, to become an influencer, not just somebody who had a popular post or two on TikTok?
Right.
Okay, well, first, approach it as a business. So define your brand. Okay. Now, one of the dogs that is, the most popular dog on Instagram is Jif, right? The Pomeranian.
This is the Pomeranian.
Yes. Now, he has not only made money through the attention he's gathered for posts, but also because he's been endorsed by celebrities and he's been on music videos and he's done various different things. Now, that is one way, and I call him sort of the celebrity pet.
Right.
Now,
so he's like the beacon. He's like
the beacon. So
he's at the top.
So he's like,
there you go.
one of the sort of like Kardashian-esque,
Right.
type of people.
Come on with this business.
And he wears wonderful costumes and he does all of these amazing, cute, adorable things. Like, who wouldn't like this little dog? Now, there are other influencers, and let's take a look at Norbert, right, who is also a dog. And what he does is he's a service dog, he's a philanthropist, and he's also an author. And his mission is to actually help kids with cancer. So here, he is a celebrity, but he really is somebody with a cause. And that, I think, is indicative of influencers, that you have celebrities and then you have people who are cause-based. Now, one of my favorite, and we had mentioned this briefly during the break, is Backpack Kitty.
Backpack Kitty, that's right.
So I ended up following him because of my own black cat, and I saw this guy, on Instagram, who had this cat who went into the snow, who went hiking with him, who did all these crazy, wonderful things.
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Yeah, that's what's unusual.
It's a cat, going in snow and doing all of these crazy things.
Doing uncat-like things.
Absolutely. Now, he and his human are making money through product endorsements, but also really out there in sort of a different way. So he is somebody who's an adventurer. So there are various different types of influencers, and what I love about pets and pet influencers is they really approach this as business because the pets are the stars.
Right.
They are the products.
Usually the recipients of less criticism, by the way, than a human. Let's be honest.
Well, there'd be occasional haters, but
You mentioned the three ways. So you're either famous, you're a celebrity, or you're philanthropic, or there's some sort of adventure that you see a cat or a person doing things you wouldn't normally see them.
Exactly.
So if I want to take my Nico, my little staffy, and have him become insta-famous, what are the tips to going through that? Because you said think of it as a business.
Yes. So first is define the brand, right? As you just identified. The other thing is to realize that you can't be everything to everyone.
That's what
Because in that instance, you end up diluting your business because you're trying to be this, you're trying to be that, and there's ways to actually develop your brand just like you would a business, right? You start with this and you build onto it because you're not doing an endorsement right off the bat because you're just a promotional machine. Now, one of my favorite people who is an influencer who really is who she is and doesn't try to be everything to everyone is Lizzo.
Love me some Lizzo when you're right. She cracked the code.
She cracked the code. And even like if you looked at her TEDx that she did, she was totally imperfect, right? Which is one of the things that I loved her because she was genuinely Lizzo. And even though she is a person of a certain sides. It is something that she
Yes.
embraces, and she remains true to that. So you can't be everything to everyone.
Right.
Now, when it comes to creating content, and I think Lizzo is a really good person
Yeah.
to exemplify this, is that you want to create content that is both informative and relatable.
Kind of like morning television.
You know, it is
go.
exactly
Just
like
like New
morning
York living.
television.
Just,
Exactly.
this is, I feel like we've just scratched the surface, but this is fantastic information. I feel like you're going to have to come back.
Yeah.
I would love
And,
to.
and take this even further.
This is
I've
a
been
long
trying
and
my
winding
hand.
road to get
Yeah.
through. I think. We need
We
a little more.
appreciate your
Well,
time.
thank
and
you,
the
and good luck with
information.
your pet
I
becoming an
guess
influencer.
We'll see. I'm going to call you. I'm going to have you on speed dial. Of course, we will post all of Jess's tips to our website at pix11.com.
I think you should make him like the only staff that wears doilies around his neck. So it's a niche.
Like
Everything's
our-
about a niche.
Like Ruth
I have
Higgins,
no idea.
God
That's
rest her
what it
soul.
was.